Hello, y'all. This is DDTS. The show DeAndre Dobbs. And before you start the video, as I was getting ready to edit, I was still looking up some information to make sure was there anything that I needed to put in or that I left out. But I found something and I thought that it would be helpful that I forgot to put in a video, and that was this. It turns out that Pooh Shiesty's father assigned house arrest after being released on bond. And it says Pooh Shiesty and his dad reportedly arrested in connection to the federal investigation, meaning the situation with Gucci Mane and this whole scenario. So I just wanted to put that in there, but I talks about that later on in the video. So this video, even though I didn't go live, this video is about an hour long or some change. But I just wanted to put that in there and wanted to make sure I put everything and to let y'all know I did do my research, and I think I got everything that there is to get when it comes to this video. So I really hope y'all enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hope y'all enjoy the video. Thank y'all for tuning in. Love you all. Thank you, and bye-bye. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of DDTS, episode 761, back with another video. Welcome to DDTS, episode 761. I'm back with another video. Thank y'all for joining me. This video is a request video. This video was requested, better yet, an idea for me to do, and I had to jump on the opportunity. Actually, a friend of mine who I love near and dearly, who I respect so much in this world, in our space, in society, someone who has been my biggest supporter. We had a wonderful conversation yesterday, and my friend was like, you should talk about this so-and-so and so-and-so and what happened. So you know what? I thought about it. I said, you know what? I definitely get on it today. So that's exactly what I'm doing. To my friend, best friend in the world, I really want to say thank you, because I did not know anything about this topic that I am allegedly about to talk about. And the topic that I want to talk about today, and that I will be elaborating on today, will be between Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. Now, first, let me be the first to say, I don't know anything about Pooh Shiesty. I don't know much about Gucci Mane. I just know the names. I've been hearing the name Gucci Mane for a bunch of years. This is the first time I've heard of Pooh Shiesty. Now, I will say this. Now, I'm guessing that there are two rappers or superstars, this and that and the third. So I'm just going to put it in that aspect, allegedly. Now, allegedly, I really do not know much about these two peoples or the situation, what's going on. But I really would like to do this video, and I would like to talk about and elaborate on what's going on. And if y'all know me, and if y'all been rocking with me since day one, y'all know I love some good hot tea. Y'all know I love to get the hot scoop and hot tea, because what am I? I am a content creator. I am a vlogger, or journalist, podcaster. It's so many names to define a person like me, especially in this content creative world. But yes, I really want to get to the bottom of this, and I really wanted to take the initiative, and I really wanted to do this, not just for me, but for my friend, for the peoples that is interested in this stuff that I am. But first, before we get into this, Happy Saturday. It is April the 4th, 2026. And if you like these type of videos, and if you have not yet, hit that like button, subscribe button, and that notification bell so you will get notified when I have new videos available. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to be reading articles. I'm going to be reading things before we get into the main source. And I'm going to be reading what is allegedly said now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give y'all a rundown on the plot of how all of this started. After I read to y'all and elaborate with y'all with how all of this started, I'm going to go to the recent thing that is currently going on now. Read that, then do some more elaborations, and we're going to go from there. Because if it's one thing that I believe in doing, I believe in giving y'all the right information, not the wrong, and I believe in having my receipts, even though I will say this. I will take accountability, and I will admit, and I will say I'm not the most perfect content creator in the world. I mess up all the time. Some things and some facts I get wrong, but thank goodness that we have all this technology. Thank goodness we have all this media and all these websites that we can go and find all the stuff that we hear from. So you can go to the horse's mouth, to the main source, and get it. So what we about to do now, we're about to get into this video. So let's go ahead and get into DDTS episode 761. What happened with Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty? Come on, let's get to it. Now, it says right here, in early 2026, allegedly, now I'm saying allegedly because I'm going to put allegedly because you know how these sources and how these articles is. Now, allegedly now, it says in early 2026, unverified viral rumors circulated claiming that the rapper Pooh Shiesty robbed or acted against his mentor Gucci Mane, causing tension over 1017 records. However, no concrete evidence or police reports supported these claims. Gucci Mane appeared to respond to the speculation by posting a photo on Instagram displaying his jewelry and dismissing the drama. Now, let's go down to the rumor details. Allegations circulated in March of 2026 that Shiesty robbed or forced a contract release from Gucci. Some rumors suggested that was connected to issues surrounding the 1017 records, an alleged move to Yo Gotti, the CMG label. The response. The rumors were largely seen as sustained online speculation. History. Prior to this rumor, Pooh Shiesty was signed to Gucci Mane's 1017 records and credited him with providing motivation, mentorship, according to the Facebook post. The prison mentorship. In 2022, Gucci Mane publicly advocated for Pooh Shiesty regarding his treatment while incarcerated. Okay, so we're finna go ahead and elaborate on this for a little bit after what I just read. What I just read, I have to go ahead and elaborate, and I just want to go over this and I just want to review this. Now, before I get into what I want to get into, I just want to say that this allegedly happened in early of 2026. Correct? This allegedly happened in early of 2026. This is unverified. Now, if y'all don't know what the definition of unverified is, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my definition of unverified. When it is unverified, that means it's pretty much not valid. It's pretty much not approved. It's not approved. It's not certain. It's undecided. It's pretty much unsure. So this is unverified. So this pretty much is alleged. Like it happened or it didn't happen. So when I see unverified, y'all, I say that it's not stickable. It's not verified. It is not true. This is alleged. These are rumors. And you know how rumors start. Rumors are not officially news. When someone says rumors have it, there's a rumor going around. Basically, when somebody says when there's a rumor going around, let me go ahead and put y'all on something, because a lot of y'all need to understand this. When somebody says there's a rumor going around, so and so did this. So basically, when somebody says there's a rumor going around, they basically saying that there's a lie going around. So-and-so did this, so-and-so did this, so-and-so was with this person, so-and-so with that person. So when somebody say there's a rumor going around, that's pretty much saying there's a lie going around. And if you do not go to the main source, who that came from, pretty much, if you do not get your valid and your resources from the person that it's about, if the person, like, listen, if this lie or this rumor is about the person, what people's been talking about, and if you do not go to that main person who this rumor is about, and if they did not confirm it, 9 times out of 10, you all know that that is not true, because there are so many peoples in this society, in this world, including around us all the time, and peoples that will take a rumor, that will take a lie that is not true, and they will run with it, go tell somebody else, and then that other person is going to tell it in a way that it was not told the first time, and then they're going to add some to it. And the next thing you know, you got yourself into trouble. You got this lie going around. You got this rumor that's been told about you or said about you, and you don't even know what's going on because people refuse to go to the main source, which I think people need to start going to the main source, clearing the air. So that's how I feel about the word unverified. If it's not official, and if it didn't come from the horse's mouth, and if it didn't come from the main source, it's unverified. It is not true. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, this is alleged that the rapper Pooh Shiesty robbed or acted against his mentor, Gucci Mane. So, let me just go on and say this. No concrete evidence or police reports supported these claims. So, when someone says that no concrete evidence or police reports supported these claims, that means there was nothing to back up the claims. That means if somebody had this happen to them, what you think the ordinary person going to do? Listen, this seems kind of iffy to me, because even though I'm not the smartest person in the world, but if I were to get robbed, or if I was threatened, or if somebody was saying this and saying this about me, or saying that I better do this or so and so is going to happen to you, if I was allegedly getting robbed, and if something was allegedly taken away from me that is very important, or if my family or somebody or, this and that was in danger, what you going to do if something gets stolen away from you? What you going to do and somebody is trying to come after you and do this and do that to you and hurt you, what you gonna do? You're gonna call the authorities. You're gonna call the police. Now, it is some peoples in our society and in our world that feels like policemen shouldn't get involved all the time, depending on what the situation is. Well, in my opinion, if it's a minor situation, like if it's not an important situation, and if it's a situation that is talkable about to get through what the main problem is, like what resulted in it, if I feel like this, if it's a situation that we could talk about, that we can come to a mutual and a official understanding, a small problem, talk about, elaborate on, that's different. But if it's a problem when it comes to lives being in danger, burglary and everything, of course I'm going to call the authorities. Of course you're going to call the authorities. Not saying I did, not saying I am, but everybody knows that. So for them to say that no concrete evidence or police reports supported these claims, the reason it is allegedly said about that is because, hey, 9 times out of 10, this is a rumor. This is unverified, meaning that it possibly did not happen. But what I will say is this: when you are a superstar in the music business and industry, when you are a rapper, it's so much that you are putting on the line, and it is so much that you have to go through, so many procedures that you have got to follow. So yeah, I'm going to say that. 1 second, y'all. So I'm here. I'm still here, y'all. I'm still here. 1 second. So yeah. And so also the allegations circulated in March of 2026. Now it is April. So this happened a month ago, correct? That Shiesty robbed or forced a contract release from Gucci Mane. Some rumors suggested that this was connected to issuing a 1017 Records and an alleged move to Young Gotti's CMG label. Now, again, I don't know much about Pooh Shiesty. I don't know much about Gucci Mane. But this seems like some really iffy stuff. Now, even if he did it, still, you must do what you have to do. Call the authorities, the police. But in this day and age, policemen do not want to help our kind. Policemen have not been so good to peoples of the black community. Hell, the policemen have not been good to pretty much everybody in other communities from what we saw. If you know, you know. Tiger Woods was allegedly arrested. So, if you know, you know. So, basically, when Gucci Mane heard about this allegedly, this me elaborating. So, allegedly, when Gucci Mane heard about this, he appeared to respond to the speculation by posting a photo on Instagram displaying his jewelry and dismissing the drama. So, hey, I just came to realization. So this was a lie, allegedly. So allegedly this was a lie, because if this man, Gucci Mane, was posting his jewelry and everything, that means it didn't happen. That means people's putting out all these lies and all these rumors that ain't true. So Gucci Mane came with his receipts. He came with the source displaying, hey, I got my jewelry right here. What are y'all talking about? My jewelry is right here. So allegedly, it was a lie. And peoples will run with that lie if they don't go to the main source. So with this, I can say this first half, I can say there was a lie, allegedly. Gucci Mane posted a picture on Instagram that he has his jewelry, and I'm going to see, can I find that picture? So, yeah. And so, I want to go and say this before I move on to this hot tea that y'all been waiting on. But I want it to be respectful, and I want to do the right thing and give y'all the beginning of this whole scenario, because I wouldn't feel right if I just skip on to this and this and this, and if I didn't go to the main source of how all of this started. So that's exactly what I'm doing now. So this stuff was online. It was up some stain and speculation. So Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Mane crossed paths in this way of saying that Pooh Shiesty was a mentor. No, Gucci Mane was a mentor to Pooh Shiesty. So when you say Pooh Shiesty, a mentor. So I'm guessing that Pooh Shiesty is an up and coming superstar, a rapper, or this and that and the third. So for Gucci Mane to post pictures on his social media to dismiss the drama, meaning we finna go ahead and nip this into bud. We finna go ahead and get this lie done with, because this is a lie. I have my jury right here. This is me saying what Gucci Mane probably saying. He probably saying, this is a lie. I have my jury right here. Let's quit all this false narrative. Yes. So let's go ahead and get into why we are really here. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let's go ahead and get into the main source. Now, this is the main source, and this is why we are really here. This is what I've been waiting on to get into. And I'm hoping that I'm getting everything that there is to give when it comes to this. So it says right here, this is an article from the hiphopdx.com, and it says, Pooh Shiesty arrested for allegedly robbing and kidnapping Gucci Mane at gunpoint. Now, this came out on April the 3rd, 2026 from the hiphopdx.com. It says, by the way, I'm going to try to put this in my description so y'all can read it, because I want to give y'all all the right information in the world. It says, Pooh Shiesty, along with his father, Latrell Williams Sr., and fellow rapper Big 30, has been arrested for allegedly robbing and kidnapping at gunpoint Gucci Mane and two others earlier this year. Shiesty real's name is Latrell Williams Jr., is one of the 8 defendants who were taken into custody by federal authorities this week in connection with the incident. A 9th suspect remains at large. According to the Department of Justice, Shiesty arranged a meeting with Gucci Mane and 2 other music industry professionals referred to by the initials MM and BP on January the 10th at a Dallas recording studio to discuss the terms of his contract with the 1017 Records. When the 3 men entered the studio, Shiesty and his crew executed and coordinated armed takeover. The DOJ claims Shiesty allegedly pulled out a AK-style pistol and forced Gucci into signing the contract termination paperwork and releasing him from his deal. The Back in Blood rapper is also accused of stealing Gucci's wedding ring, watch, earrings, and cash. The remaining defendants allegedly brandished firearms and robbed the other victims of Rolexes, watches, jewelries, and other high-value items as Big 30 barricaded the studio door with his body to prevent them from leaving. The victim, referred to as a M.M., as even choked to near unconsciousness during the incident, according to authorities. Pooh Shiesty was home and confined at the time of the incident for previous firearms and conspiracy conviction in Florida. He had already been released from prison in October 25 after spending 4 years behind bars. Investigators used the various pieces of the evidence charged Shiesty and his crew, including fingerprints, rental car records, and social media posts shared displaying the allegedly stolen items, which were shared to just hours after the incident. If convicted, each defendant faces a sentence up to life imprisonment. Neither Pooh Shiesty, Big 30, nor Gucci Mane have yet addressed the charges. Okay, I done read it all. So so now it's time to elaborate. Y'all ready for this elaboration? Now let's elaborate. Okay. I'm gonna say 3 things. Number 1, I feel like this is a setup. Number 2, something in the water ain't clean. And 3, Pooh Shiesty, who I'm just now hearing about, has a history of doing some crooked stuff. And it says, allegedly, like what I just read, that his daddy, Latrell Williams Sr., and fellow rapper Big 30, has also been arrested. Now they was arrested for allegedly robbing and kidnapping at gunpoint Gucci Mane and two others earlier this year. So this happened earlier this year of January, but this happened earlier this year in 2026. Now I want to say this. For this to come out now, and for this to just now be talked about, and for this incident to happen, I'm going to say this. Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and Big 30 and all that were involved, they had to been discussing this and planning this for a long time. And that's the thing that I'm just confused about. If this was planned, if this was talked about between Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and Big 30, this the thing with me. Why would you want to take away from the person that has been mentoring you? Why would you want to take away from the person that's basically trying to help you live out your dream of becoming a rapper or superstar or whatever it is that you want to do? Allegedly. Now, this is all alleged. Now, the first article that I read when we first started the video, that was unverified. But now I have more tea and I have more information. I'm not going to say it's verified. I'm not going to say it's unverified. I'm not going to say this is unverified from what I'm getting from hip hop DX.com, because it's so many articles like this that have said that Pooh Shiesty arrested for allegedly robbing and kidnapping Gucci Mane at gunpoint. It's more articles similar to this, and I'm not going to say it's unverified. I'm going to say it's verified, but I'm also going to say it is alleged. This is alleged because, hey, it's good to have your facts and have everything in order. And if y'all hear anything in the background, that's rain. I'm sitting outside on the porch. So, that's what I'm trying to figure out. Why would you want to rob from your mentor? Why would you want to rob from the person that's trying to help you get to where you want to be in life and become a rapper, a superstar? Better yet, Pooh Shiesty probably have already been out for a long period of time. I really don't know anything about him. I'm just saying. But now, Pooh Shiesty, whose real name is Latrell Williams Jr., is one of the 8 defendants who were taken into custody by the federal authorities this week in connection with the incident. So not only did Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and Big 30 have anything to do with it, but other peoples as well was allegedly accused and arrested for trying to rob Gucci Mane and kidnapping. So whether Gucci Mane has been kidnapped, this and that and the third, it's a lot. And all this is coming from the Department of Justice. And it said, according to the Department of Justice, Shiesty arranged a meeting with Gucci Mane and 2 other music industry professionals referred to as MM and BP on January the 10th at a Dallas recording studio to discuss the terms of his contract at 1017 Records. Okay, let's get into that. Maybe when they had the discussion, maybe Pooh Shiesty, and who was on the side of Pooh Shiesty, either they didn't allegedly like the deal or the situation with the contract. So basically, he might have said, okay, I'm not liking this. I'm not cool with this. Maybe, allegedly, Gucci Mane was like, well, you know what? That's what you're saying. That's how we're going to do this. So I'm thinking Pooh Shiesty might have didn't like that. And he possibly said to himself, allegedly, okay, if we're going to stick to this, I'm going to get you back. And boom, what happens? Gucci Mane is allegedly kidnapped at gunpoint. His jewelry and everything, and among everybody that was around him, their stuff got taken as well. And you can basically go back and read this article at hiphopdx.com. And I'm going to allegedly put all of this in my description box on my YouTube channel so you all can read it yourself. But let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay? Can we go back to the beginning? Let's go back. Let's go back to the beginning. I'm finna go back to the beginning, y'all. I'm finna go back to the beginning. I'm finna go back to the beginning. Okay, hold on, y'all. That's the rain. So, like I said, it was unverified when we first watched it. It says rapper Pooh Shiesty and 8 co-conspirators were fatally charged following an alleged armed ambush on Gucci Mane at the Dallas Music Studio in January of 2026. Shiesty allegedly used an AK-style pistol to force his label's boss, Gucci Mane, to sign a contract from release while stealing jewelry and cash. Now, let's stop right there. I want to go back to this and I want to elaborate on this a little bit more. Okay, so either they had a conversation about Pooh Shiesty contract with 1017 Records. Now, this happened in January of 2026. This happened in January of 2026, correct? Allegedly. Now, either though they might have had a conversation about the contract at 1017 Records, maybe the contract talking and maybe the problem and maybe everything else didn't go in Pooh Shiesty favors. Now, I don't know if Gucci Mane took money from Pooh Shiesty. I really don't know what might have resulted in it. I don't know is Gucci Mane is in owing a Pooh Shiesty, and for his daddy, Latrell Williams Sr., to get involved with it as well. Among 8 conspirators, they were fatally charged following the alleged ambush. So basically, this had to be on a personal level and something had to go wrong with the contract. So basically, when you are getting, I might not be the most smartest person in the world. So basically, when you are getting robbed for your jewelry, cash, and money, and the person that's doing the robbing, that's pretty much saying, oh, you owe me this, you owe me this. So if you're not going to give me my release, or I'm going to make you give me what I want, I'm going to make you give me my release from this contract because I figured out what type of person you is. I'm getting my release, and I'm also taking everything that you are owed to me. I'm taking everything that is deserving to me. So pretty much this is me saying that might have been what allegedly Pooh Shiesty said and his daddy. So they had to talk this over. Pooh Shiesty might talk to his daddy and talk to the 8 other peoples that were fatally charged and that were in on this whole thing. And they say, okay, we're going to get him. If he's not going to give our release, if he's not going to give what we want, if he's not going to sign or release us from this whole contract and deal, we're going to hit him where it hurts. And we're going to take him for everything we got. We're going to take him. We're going to try to scare him. We're going to do everything that we can to get what we are deserving. And this incident happened on January the 10th, 2026, when Pooh Shiesty, Latrell Williams Jr. allegedly arranged a fake business meeting leading to the correlated armed takeover with 8 accomplices, including his father and rapper Big 30. So he arranged. Ooh, it's all coming together now. Didn't I tell y'all that they could have been talking about this and planning this? Didn't I tell y'all this? I told y'all more than one time, y'all. Lord have, listen, the tea is just getting hot and hot and hot. Listen to me. Listen. On January the 10th, listen again if you ain't listened the first time. Listen again if you ain't listened the first time. On January the 10th, 2026, Pooh Shiesty, Latrell Williams Jr. allegedly arranged a fake business meeting leading to the coordinated armed takeover with 8 companions, including his father and rapper Big 30. Like what I said in the beginning, this was a plan. This was the plan to get Gucci Mane down there because they wanted to talk about the contract that Pooh Shiesty had, that his mentor Gucci Mane signed him to 1017 Records. So again, They probably planned it, and they probably gonna get Gucci Mane, and they probably gonna say, this is not what I signed. You either gonna release me from this record deal, you're gonna release me from this company, and if you don't release me, I'm getting everything. Gucci Mane says, no, I ain't giving you nothing. This is what you signed, and you gonna stick with it. So what happens? Gucci Mane is allegedly kidnapped at gunpoint, gets his jewelry and cash taken away from him allegedly. Now, this happened on January the 10th, 2026. Now, come on now. Does it really take 8 peoples to do this alleged and crazy crime that Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and the other 8 conspirators did? Does it really take all those peoples to do that? Now, this happened on January the 10th, 2026. Now, it is alleged, like what I read earlier. So, honestly, rapper Pooh Shiesty, this is not his first rodeo when it comes to doing crimes and idiotic stuff like this. It is not his first time, and I'm pretty sure if he's convicted, he will be serving a life sentence. But even if he's not convicted, and even if he's released on bail allegedly, peoples like that intend to not change. Peoples intend who are used to that will continue to do that because that's all they know. And that's why peoples don't want to give those type of peoples who are criminals that have a record of being behind the cells or in the big lockdown house a chance. So the allegations says that Shiesty reportedly forced Gucci Mane into the studio room at gunpoint to sign documents releasing him from 1017 Records. During the robberies, Gucci wedding ring, watch, and other items were stolen. So, the allegations again. So, Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and those others lowered Gucci Mane down there. And the team of Gucci Mane, they lowered all them down there. Hold on, y'all. So Gucci Mane was lowered down there and his team forced Gucci Mane in the room, the studio room at gunpoint, to sign the documents, releasing him from 1017 Records. During the robbery, Gucci Mane's wedding ring, watch, and other items were stolen. So you're not going to tell me, nobody is not going to tell me that this was not planned, because this was planned. So they had to talk about this. Pooh Shiesty and his daddy, Latrell Williams Sr., and the other 8 peoples that was a part of it, they had to talk about it. They had to discuss it on what they were going to do. All because of this contract. The other victims, members of Gucci's team, were also held at gunpoint, y'all. They were also held at gunpoint, and one of the persons was reportedly choked to the point of near unconsciousness. So this is very outrageous. So you had Pooh Shiesty team down there, and you had Gucci Mane's team down there. But one person on Gucci Mane's team was almost allegedly choked to death, to be in unconsciousness. And I'm hoping I'm doing good in elaborating on this, but I really feel that if I was somebody's mentor, I would do hard background checks and evaluation and everything when it comes to things like that, because you cannot trust everyone that wants to be a superstar. Do you know how many peoples that have been taken under the wings of their heroes and their inspirators, motivators, and tutelage of peoples, fans and everything? The fans and the peoples that want to be like their mentors are the ones that's harming the mentors, taking their lives and stuff. So we're going to go to 2 more things and we're going to be done with this video. I'm elaborating the best that I can. All 9 suspects was charged with federal kidnapping and robbery charges. Shiesty was already home confinement for a previous conviction and was identified in part of his ankle monitor data. So you trying to tell me that while Pooh Shiesty was allegedly and truthfully going out here doing all this idiotic and crazy stuff and committing a crime again, he was on house arrest. First of all, that was dumb. Second of all, don't have no brains. Third of all, must love to stay in trouble and see inside the prison cells. Because ain't no way. And I'm going to tell you this. And for your daddy to be in the mix too, that is crazy. That lets you know that money and fame is not meant for everybody. Everybody ain't meant to be a celebrity. Everybody is not meant to have fame. Everybody is not meant to have fortune. Everybody is not made for their life. Basically, a lot of people is just made to do what they do, and that is go to work, provide for their family the best that they know how, and stay out of the media. I don't mean it in a way to say, oh, I must struggle, you must struggle. No, I'm not saying it in that way. I'm saying you can be successful, you can achieve your dream, but when you achieve your dream, that does not mean you have to hurt or try to put everybody else's lives at risk when you're trying to do it. When you do these type of actions, the actions you do, it affects other peoples in this nation, in this world, who you are surrounded by. Even if you do not know that person, it will still affect so many peoples around you and all around the world. And this is why peoples don't trust peoples. This is why so much stuff that used to be done from time and time again and years ago, that's why peoples don't trust peoples, because of this idiotic stuff. Now, I might not be right all the time, but I'm just saying, Pooh Shiesty, he was wrong. He got what he deserved. The daddy, crooked. And I'm just going to say this. All 9 of them deserve to get what they deserve, because all of them planned through stuff. I said that from the beginning. They planned it. They talked it over. They said, oh, we're going to lure him down there. We're going to get paid. So basically, they didn't mind going into trouble. One thing about it, when you go down, when you are in the hands of the law, if you go down, the person that's going down, they're going to take you with them. They're going to snitch on you. They're going to do all this and do all that. I'm telling you now. I'm telling you. So let's go to the status. The defendants face potential life in prison. So allegedly, they can be facing life in prison for all this, for what they allegedly did to Gucci Mane. Now, If y'all don't believe me, let me get this right here. Let me get this right here. Let me get this right here, baby. Cause I want to get out. I want y'all to see these receipts right here. I want y'all all to see this now. I want to have all my receipts now. So I'm gonna say this. So allegedly they can be facing life in prison, potential life in prison. The arrest of the nine suspects they was charged. Pooh Shiesty on house arrest. The daddy ain't no good. That's the thing with me. Can we talk for 1 second? I'm not a parent. I don't have no kids. But are parents supposed to tell their kids and guide their kids to the right direction and not allow their kids to follow in the same situation that the parents did? Because you always have some of those parents that's like, I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. I want you to choose a different path. I want you to make the right decisions in life. I don't want you to end up like I did. I don't want you to struggle like I did. I don't want you to make the same mistakes I did. I want you to leave your own path. I want you to make decisions that you know is right for you. I want you to be something that I was not able to be. I thought parents was the peoples to tell their children that I want you to do good. I want you to finish school. I want you to graduate. I want you to be a doctor. I want you to be a lawyer. I want you to accomplish your goal, whatever that may be. I do not think most of these parents will stoop so low and guide their children to the wrong decisions, no matter if they're grown or not. I thought a parent was supposed to tell their child from right and wrong, not help the child do wrong, and for the parent to go along with their child that is grown or this and that and the third. That's better yet telling me that, hey, the parent is just like the child. The parent ain't no better than the child. Now, if I'm right, if I'm wrong, forgive me. But I'm just saying, I thought parents and the elders that came before us is supposed to guide us to righteousness, not wrongness. The daddy is not no better than that child. Make me think that the daddy have history like that in himself and those other 9 peoples. And I'm just going to put that in that aspect. But let's go to this last one. Excuse me, y'all, and I think I'm about done. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Let's see. Let me see here. Y'all, this might be an hour video. Oh my freaking goodness. Holy moly. And this is what I want to get at as well. How this case got to be all about is that allegedly the Jasmine brand says that the feds say allegedly that Pooh Shiesty's ankle monitor and flex post helped build the case. So basically the monitor was the one that was the paid actor that helped all this whole situation happen. But it said, according to the newly surfaced reporting, federal investigations allegedly used Pooh Shiesty's ankle monitor data to place him at the Dallas recording studio during the January incident, despite him from being on home confident at the time. Prosecutors also reported it and leaned on the social media photos, videos posted just hours later, with allegedly showed suspects wearing jewelry taken during the robbery. The evidence trial instantly gives the story a newer, more clickable layer. Authorities say that the same online flex culture that often fuels rap virtually may have also helped build the case. One of the strongest details in the filing of the several defendants allegedly posted images of stolen pieces shortly after the incident, turning social media's potential evidence. So basically, allegedly, the feds say allegedly. So basically, the ankle monitor was the paid actor or actress. The ankle monitor was the hero, because even though I don't know much about it, but if you are on house arrest and if you have been in trouble with the law and if you on probation and on house arrest, that house arrest ankle monitor is going to have a tracker. So from January to now, stuff has been going on. I'm going to say this. I don't feel bad for Pooh Shiesty. I don't feel bad for them 9 peoples that was involved in that. I just want to say this. I don't know what to believe. I'm sorry that happened to Gucci Mane. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm sorry that happened to Gucci Mane, and I'm so sorry that it happened to those other victims as well that was on Gucci Mane's team. Whether it was planned or not, like I said, I knew it was planned. I had a feeling it was planned. But I'm going to tell you this. Before I end this video, I hope y'all enjoyed it, but I'm going to say this. It's a lot of peoples that want to become actors, actresses, singers, rappers, all types of superstars, journalists and everything, which I want to do. I want to become a journalist. I want to be a person that does interviews. I want to be a person that does podcasts. I want to get out there. I want to be a name that people can look up to. I want my own show. I want my own podcast. I want my own space. Not around here, but a new start. But also, whatever you want to do in life, we must be careful how we do it and how we get to do it and how we get to it. Because everything that sounds good, everything that glitters is not gold. Everything that we want to achieve in life, it's going to always be something that holds us back. It's always going to be a bumpy road. But in the long run, before we even think about getting into our goals, our careers, we must trust the decisions that we make, and we must trust the peoples. We must look in the backgrounds of a lot of peoples that say, oh, we got you, I got you, I'm going to help you. You got to look into those. You got to look into those peoples. Because all that say that, oh, I'm going to help you, I support you, they don't all help you and support you. It's always going to be somebody that's going to try to get you down, that's going to lower you down. And let me tell you something. You got to watch that word friend, and you got to watch that word support, and you got to watch that word I got you, because everybody ain't got you. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. Everybody is not for you. Because if this article and if this video that I've done on Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty and his daddy and everybody else allegedly with all this did not tell you anything, maybe you need to do some more research. And I'm hoping that I included everything that there was to include in this video. But let's go talk about one more thing, and that'll be the end of this video. Okay, so it says that the criminal complaint against Pooh Shiesty and his conspirators surfaced with alleged Gucci Mane kidnapping details. So, pretty much I can say it happened. Pretty much. Hold on, y'all. Hey, y'all, I'm back. I'm sorry for the interruption. As we come to an end, I just want to say this. From what I'm seeing, Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, and those 8 or 9 peoples that was in on that, they are guilty as charged. Now, before I started this video, I said that the articles that I read first was unverified. Now I can say that they are verified now from what I've read. I will say this, y'all. I've gave y'all everything that there is to give when it comes to these topics, especially this topic. I have gotten this. I have people sending me things from the shade room from this topic. I even have to look up on Google and read from this topic and give y'all the right information, not the wrong, because I was destined to get this for y'all because I love doing what I'm doing. I'm going to say this. Pooh Shiesty, his daddy, Big 30 or whatever, they guilty. They guilty. And it took them January, February, March, April, 4 months to crack down on this whole scenario. So for 4 months that this happened, it's been like, damn. So yeah. So that is going to be the end of my video. That's all I have. That's all I'm going to say. So I want to ask y'all, what do y'all think of this video? Put it in the comments. Do y'all think that do y'all think that Pooh Shiesty did it? What do y'all think of this video? Friend, if you are watching this video is for you, the request video, and it was such an honor to do this video, and I'm hoping that you like it. I'm hoping everybody that are fans and that loves watching my videos, that love music, that love rap, that love this entertainment, that love pop culture, pop events and everything, I hope y'all enjoy this video, and I will see y'all on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Also, if you have not yet, follow me on Instagram, DeAndre Dobbs, and follow me on Facebook, DeAndre Dobbs. And if you have any requests or any type of videos that you would like me to do, you can message me on my Instagram at DeAndre Dobbs, Facebook, DeAndre Dobbs, or better yet, my email, DeAndreDobbs@gmail.com. I will be sure I put all of those up, but if you go in my description box, you will see where you can follow me yet. Now, I might have to update my Instagram information in my description box because my Instagram that I had for like decades and decades and decades is gone, so I had to make me a new one. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to tell people about my content. I love each and every one of y'all, and I'll see y'all on the next video. Love y'all and thank you, and bye.